What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. You're looking at a tornado that touched down in Bismarck, North Dakota less than 24 hours ago. Storm activity across the northern tier, the Central Plains, has been very active here recently. There are no hurricanes out here in the Atlantic, the Caribbean, or the Gulf. Right now, as I do this video, there's a little bit of activity over here in the Eastern Pacific, but more than likely won't materialize to anything. However, a tornado did materialize last night in Bismarck, as you saw in that first photo that I shared with you guys. And here's the video footage out of Bismarck. You saw the photo at the beginning of the video. This video was taken by Ian at 10:45 last night as this tornado was spotted just outside of Bismarck. North Dakota has seen multiple tornadoes this year, and here's another one to add to the list. You can hear the sirens in the background. That is yet another example of a tornado in the northern tier. That is a classic tornado, and as you can see, it's getting darker and darker. That means it's pulling up more debris from the ground, typically dirt when it gets dark like that. Sometimes you'll see large chunks of debris swirling around the top of the tornado. I've actually seen that myself one time back many years ago when a tornado jumped across a major highway in central Illinois, clipped a barn, and the barn got lifted up into the top of the tornado, swirling around the top. And then, of course, the dirt in the field turned the vortex dark brown. But there's yet another example of a tornado. And as you can see, the atmosphere has been primed and loaded with energy. And speaking of energy, here's a weird one for you. Going to Tenino, Washington, C being 6/27 of 2025 last night at 8:18 p.m. Watch up here on the top of this hillside. You're going to see a strange pink pulse. That's what compelled them to take the video. What in the world is going on there? Are you serious right now? You can see it from way back here, probably 2 miles away, just over the top of that hillside right there, once again in Washington. And going from pink pulses to the stovepipes again. Here's another example of this strange phenomena we've seen now twice. This is the third time. This photo was taken out of Ontario by DJ Orman from just a couple of days ago. This is photo number 2, and coming up is photo number 3. He too was very taken back by what he was seeing here. It was almost as if the clouds were reaching down, making contact with the ground, but unlike the situation up here in North Dakota, this wasn't a vortex. It wasn't spinning. And once again, this is the third separate time we've seen this exact same phenomena. These things appear to be the exact same size, and once again, they're touching the ground, but not necessarily doing anything. Have a couple of mysterious crafts to share with you guys. One's in the daytime sky, one's in the nighttime sky. Starting off over here in Andover, Kansas, Krista, 6/26 of 2025. The last 72 hours have been very busy. All kinds of strange things going on. She was driving down the road when she looked over and saw this in the daytime sky. Looked like some sort of a mysterious craft. Didn't look like an airplane. Didn't look like a helicopter. Had 3 white points of what appeared to be light, but they weren't blinking. Wasn't making any noise, didn't appear to have any wings or tail fins, just looked out of place. Here it is in a slightly modified format. Look at that thing, whatever that thing is, above Kansas. Is that a triangle craft? Is it some sort of a UFO? It's certainly not a helicopter or an airplane. Way too big to be a drone, and it did have one lone light right there in the center. So some sort of a mysterious craft spotted above Kansas. And speaking of mysterious crafts, this one here takes the cake. Video out of Henderson, Nevada from yesterday, 6/27 at 10:45 p.m. Sent in by Jay, taken by Gilbert Rd, LAC. Check this out. They were driving down the road, and right here I believe they were sitting at an intersection, and they noticed this over here stationary in the sky. There's a large craft right there, guys, and watch what it does. At the present time, it's perfectly still with the exception of the blinking lights. Didn't appear to be making any noise. Definitely wasn't a helicopter. It was way too big and way too quiet, and certainly wasn't an airplane because it's stationary, just remaining perfectly still, at least for the time being, in the sky. They took off from the intersection, so did this thing. What in the world is going on here? Talk about a huge, mysterious-looking craft. That's their GPS. This was spotted in Henderson, Nevada, just outside of town. Are you serious right now? Look at how tall that thing is. And all we can do is go based off of the lights that we can see. We see a row of lights across the bottom, and then some blinking lights more than likely across the top of that craft. And it wasn't making any sound. Doesn't appear to have any type of wings or tail fins. Here I modified the format. Light is dark, dark is light. Just a very simple inversion. Again, you know what I was doing. I was trying to pull forward any possible features, and all we could see was just the lights. But you get the idea. There was a large craft that wasn't a blimp, plane, or a helicopter moving through the Henderson, Nevada area last night around 10:45 p.m. And this video was taken from a moving car with the window down. This isn't a reflection off of glass. That was in the sky near Henderson, Nevada. What an incredible video of what appears to have been a very large, mysterious object in the sky. Have a flashing light update to share with you guys. We're up to 704 unique locations here in the United States, over 1,700 globally, and counting. In this video, you guys are going to see some really wild examples of these flashing lights. And again, guys, my personal opinion, there's something influencing the flow of electricity in rogue and random locations all around the world. This first segment has narration out of Wisconsin by Christina from 6/26 of 2025. Here we go.
Well, Mr. MBB, here's some pretty weird flickering lights on this building out here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.
This video is out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, as Christina was sitting at an intersection. Like the video out of Henderson, Nevada, when the person was at an intersection, she noticed all of the lights, not just one, go off, then back on. Off, then back on. That more than likely tells us it was a problem with the source, the electricity, not the bulbs. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Stephen M. took this video less than 48 hours ago. A row of lights in this large park. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe there were 5 in this video, all in a row throughout this park that were flashing for unknown reasons. Going to Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, video by Michael M., sent in by Crazy Daisy. Check this out. This is a video of a B-52 exiting a hangar. Notice all the lights up here on the ceiling. Watch what happens to some of the lights as this thing starts up and exits the hangar. Notice the lights start to flicker. Not all of them, but some of them. I wonder if it had something to do with possibly electromagnetic energy coming off the aircraft, because as you can clearly see, there's several lights there flickering, and the rest of them are just simply on. I don't think they're supposed to be flickering like that. And coming up is another hangar in night vision, and you can see the lights are flickering as well. In fact, there look like more lights flickering in that one than there was in the first one. Let me back it up a little bit here. You can see 2 hangars. Both of the hangars have mysterious blinking lights as the B-52s were exiting the hangars. I'm wondering if it was some kind of electromagnetic energy coming off the planes that could have possibly caused the lights to malfunction. Going to Orlando, Florida, Luis, 6/25 of 2025, noticed several lights over here in this apartment complex. Too many to even count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4... I don't know, maybe 12, and then possibly some on the other side of the building, and then down here in front of this fence. He couldn't help but notice all the activity over there, and there were so many flickering at the same time. More than likely, again, it had to have been the source, the electricity causing them to malfunction. That many bulbs wouldn't have went bad all at the same time. Mike out of Welland, Ontario, 6/9 of 2025, noticed all of these lights malfunctioning for unknown reasons. There they just turned off, then right back on. Obviously, not a bulb issue, more than likely a source issue. And I have one more example to share with you guys today out of Quincy, Illinois by Bruce and Natalie, 6/10 of 2025. Was driving down the road, came up on this building with multiple rogue and random flashing lights. Not all of the lights, just some of the lights on the front of that building were malfunctioning for unknown reasons. The mysterious phenomena continues to sweep the globe. I received this photo yesterday of a light at an intersection that appeared to be on fire, or at least there's black smoke billowing from a stoplight at an intersection. Talk about interfering with the flow of electricity. This takes it to an entirely different level. Are you serious right now? You can't make this stuff up. The photo was sent in by Kathy Kirkman. I'm waiting to hear back on the exact location. Coming over here to the homepage of the website, today's feature photo sent in by Ian C. out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Looking at that twister that popped up last night at around 10:45. Looking at the GOES X-ray flux, there's a small C-class solar flare that's occurred here in the last couple hours, but no major flaring in over a week. Looking at the Earth-facing side of the sun, this is probably why, because there are very few. The ones that are facing the Earth are very small sunspots in active regions, and they're very quiet. Looking at the Schumann resonance, it's been very quiet the last 48 hours. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano, looking at a little bit of activity over here along the northwestern edge. The borehole seismograph is still showing signs of highly unusual activity. Once again, that could be a faulty seismograph, or the ground up there is indeed moving. Looking at the power outage situation over here at poweroutage.us, right now looking at 12,000 customers without power in North Carolina, 11,000 customers in Florida without power from inclement weather storms that have been moving through the area the last 24 hours. Looking at the Lake Mead water situation up at the Hoover Dam, the water continues to go down. It's been down 12 out of the last 14 days and continues to go down right now as I do this video. Thanks for the photos and videos, guys. Keep them coming. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. If you guys have any videos you'd like to share that are too large to attach to the email, come over here to the homepage of the website. Look for this red tab that says Have a Large Video. It's a Dropbox. Drag and drop your videos into the Dropbox. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.